Smoke continues to rise over Findlay more than a month after the Lineage Logistics warehouse caught fire. We're talking air quality concerns.
And our weather roller coaster continues. Strong gusty winds, thunder and lightning in some areas, and much cooler temperatures. I'll cover it all in your first alert weather forecast.
And we're getting caught up on road projects all across the region as construction season is well underway.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Hundreds of workers from Cadillac Regional Medical Center in Richland are picketing right now for a better contract and wages that they say will recruit and retain experienced healthcare workers. That's where we find Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed, who's live from the hospital with the very latest. Austin.
On this very windy Tuesday afternoon, the message is simple. Same employer, same job, same pay. Workers started showing up here around 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'm going to kind of walk over here. Bear with me for just a few seconds and let's listen in as workers are picketing. They just were, I promise, they just were. But let's go to Kennewick now, where earlier in the afternoon, the first picket started. Now, we were in Kennewick from about 3:30 to around 4 o'clock this afternoon. It all happened today in front of Cadillac's freestanding emergency room over on 19th Avenue. The picketing workers say there is significant disparities around compensation for Providence's workforce at Cadillac compared to wages at Providence, Swedish, and other locations. The stand.org says during 8 bargaining sessions since January of this year, plus 2 contract extensions, workers whom are also members of SEIU Healthcare 1199 NW proposed a new wage scale that partners the investment that Providence has made in Seattle. In response, Cadillac proposed a wage scale that moves many job classes to lower pay grades.
Our contract ended in December 31st of last year, and we've gotten nowhere. They won't pay us what we're worth. They don't respect us. We're overstaffed. We're underpaid. And our other Providence sisters and brothers in all the other locations all get paid more money than us, and they say we're not worthy of it.
The union says today's picketing in Kennewick and here in Richland does not interrupt patient care. Hey, we did reach out to Cadillac for a comment. They said in part, quote, Cadillac respects Service Employee International Union's rights to stage an informational picket. However, agreements are reached at the bargaining table. Cadillac has provided a strong compensation proposal and are committed to working through differences together. They went on to say, we look forward to our next bargaining sessions, which are scheduled for May 29th and May 30th, end quote. Now that we are after the 5 o'clock hour, we're going to hear from some guest speakers. This picket, though, will continue until around 6:30 tonight. That's the very latest live in downtown Richland at Cadillac. Austin Reed, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Austin. We'll check in with you coming up at 6. Now, this morning in Findlay, air quality around the site of the Lineage Logistics warehouse fire, which is still burning, registered as unhealthy. While conditions have improved this afternoon, our cameras saw very smoky conditions out at the warehouse site itself earlier today. This morning, Benton County Fire District 1 posted online saying that neighbors should consider replacing HVAC filters more often than usual if you can to try to help keep smoke out of your home. One person who lives across the street from the warehouse told us his family has been struggling with this pollution.
We've had goats that have miscarried. I've had a kid that's had a bloody nose often. My wife has had a migraine. And we haven't been here full time like some of our neighbors. We took off to Florida for a week. We went and stayed with family in Linwood, Washington, 2-3 times for a few days. Even being gone more than half the time, it's negatively affecting the entire family. And something else I'm going to bring up at the town hall meeting is we've got a spare room, and it's open for any of these executives who want to take up some residence for a little while and enjoy the air quality that we're forced to deal with day in and day out.
Now, that town hall meeting he mentioned is scheduled for tomorrow evening. You can hear updates from local health officials and environmental experts. You can also ask any questions you might have. That public town hall meeting starts at 6:30 Wednesday evening at Riverview High School Commons. And we've heard a lot of wind out there on Austin's live hit and the interview earlier today. Stacy, that seems to have been clearing out the air a little bit.
It's been helping a little bit. Yes, strong gusty winds. These are current sustained wind speeds, 26 miles an hour. That means they're gusting 30 and 35 miles an hour. Sustained winds in Ellensburg, 35, gusting 40 to 45 miles an hour. So yeah, that's getting some of that smoke that's just been settled into the area moving out, but add to that some dust. We've also been tracking some showers. We had a few light showers moving across the Hanford side a little bit earlier today. But right now I've been paying close attention to this heavy thunder and lightning activity right around Baker City. So that's south and south of Pendleton, Oregon. Lots of lightning. They've got a severe thunderstorm threat there tonight, so we're keeping an eye on that. Dust level sky cam 75 degrees. Again, those winds 26 miles an hour. Sunset tonight at 8:38. Here's what's coming up over the next few days. Let's talk about that temperature drop. We've got a cold front moving in. That's bringing the strong gusty winds. Look at these temperatures. This is what we are below 24 hours ago, and it's been dropping all day long. Minus 16 in Cle Elum, minus 6 in Tri-Cities, minus 12 degrees in Yakima. And the Big Dipper comes tomorrow. This is, we're going to lose a full 10 degrees and then gradually climb back up as we head towards the weekend. So that cold front's moving in. Breezy and gusty winds continue through tomorrow. Stray showers and thunderstorms in some areas, mainly east of the Tri-Cities and south of Pendleton, and a gradual warming trend as we get to the weekend. I'll have all those details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. A 20-year-old Outlook man is in jail after Sunnyside police say he shot and killed a 21-year-old man Monday night in the 900 block of South 13th Street. Police say Marquez Cardenas pulled in front of the victim's vehicle, cutting him off and shooting at him. Witnesses told police Cardenas was throwing up gang signs at the victim prior to the shooting. Police said Cardenas sped away from the scene, crashed his car, and was taken into custody a short while later. And a follow-up tonight, the man accused of shooting a State Patrol trooper, Dean Atkinson Jr., nearly 2 years ago in Walla Walla, was back in court today. Investigators say in September of 2022, a man walked up to Trooper Atkinson in his patrol car and shot him multiple times. Atkinson managed to get himself to the hospital, and since that day has recovered enough to return to work. Now, the suspect in that case, Brandon Dennis O'Neill, was legally ordered to go through mental health treatment to get to the point where he could understand the court process against him. Today, the judge determined that the legal process can move forward.
Moving forward, a order finding defendant competent. This is an agreed document, and it's based upon the latest report that was conducted, evaluation that was conducted at Eastern State Hospital.
Now, O'Neill is facing multiple charges, including first-degree attempted murder. His next court date is scheduled for June 27th. Making national headlines tonight after a break for the Memorial Day weekend, former President Trump's hush money criminal trial resumed today with closing arguments. Julia Benbrook has a look at the case so far and where it goes from here.
Former President Donald Trump is accused of taking part in an illegal conspiracy to undermine the integrity of the 2016 election and an unlawful plan to suppress negative information, which included concealing a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels to cover up an alleged affair. Trump denies the affair and has pleaded not guilty. Attorneys presented closing arguments on Tuesday.
You can win your case on closing argument. I've seen it done time and time again.
The defense is arguing that Trump wasn't involved in the hush money scheme and is trying to undermine the testimony of Trump's ex-attorney and star prosecution witness Michael Cohen, calling it, quote, lies.
The prosecution will not only be able to tell its tale, which it must do, of course, succinctly and clearly, but it will also be able to rebut all of the defense points that it's able to.
The prosecution is trying to corroborate Cohen's testimony by tying together all the text messages, phone logs, allegedly falsified documents, and witness testimony.
Ultimately, a trial is all about storytelling for the jury. There are only 12 opinions that matter.
After closing arguments, the judge delivers his instructions, a critical point in the case when the jury learns how to apply the law and weigh conflicting testimony and different kinds of evidence. The jury deliberation process could take days, even weeks. Now, it's important to emphasize the unprecedented nature of this case. Trump is the first former president to face criminal charges and is seeking another 4 years in the White House. Reporting in Manhattan, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Now, as you just heard, the jury could take weeks to come to a decision. If they vote to convict, Trump's sentence could range all the way from probation up to 20 years in a New York state prison. Looking locally tonight, Amazon plans to open a new delivery station in Yakima that's promising faster, more efficient deliveries for customers. As part of a $20 million project, Amazon is renovating an existing building at the Keys Road Industrial Park, turning it into a 90,000 square foot delivery station. Officials say the facility will create more than 100 new jobs, paying between $17 and $28 per hour. They'll also improve local delivery times.
This is going to help make sure that deliveries that are already occurring from different areas are going to occur in our area much faster. So if you order something from Amazon, this is going to speed up that delivery service.
Now, coming up at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to Yakima County officials who say the benefits go beyond improving customer experience. A new business made its debut in Walla Walla this Tuesday, but it'll be a familiar sight to people here in the Tri-Cities. Club 24 Gym celebrated its grand opening on East Alder Street in Walla Walla today. Each day this week, they'll be having booths from different local vendors around Walla Walla at the gym. And staffers tell us Club 24 is trying to expand throughout the entire Pacific Northwest. But one of the reasons they decided to add a location in Walla Walla is because they believed the business would make a good fit for the community.
So Walla Walla doesn't have very many quote-unquote free weight gyms, so that was like a big thing that I think they wanted to implement in the area, was having a free weight gym, and something that there's not really in the area, and I think that was like a big part of expanding to Walla Walla.
Now, part of celebrating their new Walla Walla location, Club 24 is offering free workouts this week at that new location on Alder. Road projects are underway in Pasco as 2 major causes for highway delay continue. That is our construction at the Blue Bridge and the opening of the Broadmoor Boulevard interchange. Now, the Broadmoor interchange project was scheduled to be done by this week. They have now rescheduled that, anticipated for June 3rd.
Just pay attention to the exit ramps. It'll say northbound or southbound. If they're used to getting off there to go northbound, obviously it's going to send them northbound. They're going to have to turn around and come back through the intersection. But once they get it figured out, I think that you're going to see the backups on 182 that we're currently experiencing should be minimized.
Now, as for the Blue Bridge project, it might be slowing you down, but WashDOT says things are going right on time.
Right now, everything's on track to be on schedule. They'll be working the full duration of 2024. As we get going, they're going to be continuing to evaluate most efficient shifts. They can run rotations, so they can work oftentimes different hours of the day and night, and even on weekends too, as they continue their work.
Now, Riley Fitzgerald will have an extended report on these 2 projects coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. That's from 5 until 7 a.m. Still ahead tonight, a recent report says more and more people are hanging on to their vehicles as used car prices have been extremely high over the past couple of years. Analysts are now saying this summer might be a good time to look for a new car. We're talking about that and taking a look outside. Beautiful weather, but it does feel a little bit chilly out there. Stacey Lee has a look at when temperatures will get back towards what we expect this time of year, coming up in your First Alert forecast.
You know, even in the most minor car accidents, it always seems like the one not at fault gets hurt the worst. If that is you, call Allen Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
From real quality that starts in our factory to real performance in your backyard, Steel tools are as tough and dependable as the people who use them. This Father's Day, give him the gift that's built for Dad. Right now, save $30 on the FS56 RCE gas-powered trimmer and save $20 on the MS162 gas-powered chainsaw. Real Steel.
Busy work week or feeling under the weather? Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic, located on Chardonnay Avenue, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your health can't wait. Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic is open on weekends. Walk-ins are welcome, or call 509-786-1576 to make an appointment. This is how we care.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. We're unique, and we're here for all of life's occasions, all year long. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
You know, there's no such thing as a minor fender bender when you're on a motorcycle. When motorcyclists get in an accident, they get hurt. So if someone else's carelessness has caused your luck to run out, get some legal help. Find out what your rights are under the law.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. U.S. Cellular customers could be switched over to T-Mobile sometime next year. This morning, Bellevue-based T-Mobile announced it has worked out a deal worth more than $4 billion to buy most of U.S. Cellular. It means T-Mobile would get about 4 million new customers and access to about 2,000 new cell towers. U.S. Cellular customers will get access to T-Mobile's 5G network, and the company says it will particularly benefit people in rural areas. Well, after the pandemic and then supply chain shortages, more people are driving older cars than ever before. A recent report showed that the average price of a new car in the United States is over $45,000. But industry experts say dealers have more new cars on the lot than we've seen since late 2020, and they'll be looking to sell those before the new models come out in the fall.
There's a little bit more new cars than used cars, but the reason that's good for consumers is because it offers the choice, the vehicle they want. And also when it comes to new cars, that means that there is the potential for greater incentives depending on which car you're shopping for. Research the incentives in your area because they can vary from zip code to zip code, and make sure that the car that you're looking for has the discount that you want. And if not, then go find one that does have a discount.
Now, you might have to compromise on the type of car in order to get the best deal. Some experts recommend looking into a sedan or a hatchback rather than the popular compact SUVs. And interest rates are still pretty high. That could impact your monthly payment. But more dealers are also offering 0% financing for buyers with good credit.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, if you were up late last night, you might have heard a stray thunderstorm come through the area, and we did see that around 11:30 last night through the Columbia Basin. Tonight, we're tracking active weather eastern Oregon. I think Baker City, we're south of Pendleton here, and those storms are moving right along the foothills of the mountains there on the other side of the Blues. So that's where the active weather more than likely will stay tonight. This evening, we're dealing with some gusty winds through the area, blowing dust and even maybe a little bit of smoke. 68 degrees right now. Winds are 15 miles an hour, but they're gusting up to 25 and 30. Our sunset tonight at 8:38. Let's take a look at that weather pattern for the next couple of days. Upper level low moving into the area on top of a cold front, and I've been watching the cold front make its way east all day long. I was seeing temperatures 15 and 20 degrees below where we were just 24 hours ago. Now, as that pushes off, we'll continue to see those strong gusty winds tomorrow. But Thursday, get ready. This ridge of high pressure, that will start to move into our region, and that will bring a warming trend as we head towards the weekend. Futurecast shows us those cloudy skies. Most of that active weather behind me, they're way out of our area into Idaho. Walla Walla, however, may see a stray shower overnight. As we move through the day tomorrow, we'll start off with sunny skies for most of the day, but those strong gusty winds will really start to pick up in the afternoon from the west, and we'll be a little unsettled with some pockets of stray showers through the region. Hit or miss, could see some more towards the foothills of the Blues, more likely near Walla Walla or the Pendleton area. On Thursday, we start out nice and clear, should be the beginning of that warm front and the warming trend heading into the weekend. Those gusts today up to 35 miles an hour, very windy. We'll still see breezy winds with gusts up to 30 miles an hour for tomorrow, so just be ready for that. Wind speeds right now still pretty substantial, especially in Ellensburg tonight. Top finishing those gusty winds. We're starting to see reducing wind speeds here in the Columbia Basin. As we move through the night, things will calm down just slightly. We'll start off a little bit breezy in the morning, and then those winds will pick right back up tomorrow afternoon, kind of like they did today, and we'll continue to see those breezy winds through the early part of the evening. Things will be much nicer on Thursday as we'll have that warming trend. Lighter winds, still windy though in some of our areas like the Hanford Reach and the Yakima Valley. Temperatures around the area tonight, 30s and 40s, quite a bit cooler than we were yesterday. We were staying in the 50s last night, low to mid 40s here in the foothills, upper 40s tonight, Tri-Cities, low 40s and even 30s tonight in Ellensburg. Temperature trend, here's the Big Dipper. We go from 81 today down to 70 tomorrow, Tri-Cities. So big change there weather-wise as far as our temperatures go. Same thing, look at Walla Walla, typically 76, dropping down to 67 tomorrow. Back to the 80s as you head towards the weekend, and a little bit of a drop there also in Yakima. So that's the temperature trend for the next couple of days. Partly cloudy, cooler and breezy. Here's your daytime highs for tomorrow. Again, with temperatures in the 70s, we were in the 80s the other day. Now we're down in the 60s and 70s through the area. Foothills of the Blues will stay in the 60s for tomorrow. 7-day planning forecast for our area, Yakima. Again, we've got those breezy winds tomorrow. Temperatures finally getting back up into the 80s on Saturday, which, by the way, is June 1st. We'll be in the mid-upper 80s, looking pretty good in the Tri-Cities by the weekend. June 1st in Walla Walla, 81 degrees, and in Hermiston, look at those temperatures from 60s back to the 80s by the weekend. So hang in there. We'll get through tomorrow. Temperatures improve greatly, and stick around. We still have your viewer weather photo of the day. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we're talking about a program designed to give people a second chance, now celebrating a new graduate. We'll hear from them next.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
When you crave it all, crunchy, meaty, cheesy goodness, jam-packed and wrapped up, ready to go, Taco Time's Tostada Wrap. Satisfaction never tasted so good. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
Get ready for an unforgettable season with the Yakima Valley Pippins baseball team. We're celebrating our 10th season, and we want you to be a part of the excitement. Join us at the Yakima County Stadium for a fun, affordable, and professional baseball experience. From single game tickets to season ticket memberships, group events, and merchandise, we have options to fit everyone's needs. This season only, we're offering special deals to celebrate our 10th season. Don't miss out on Yakima Valley Pippins baseball.
There was a time when you could get a complete meal for just $5, but you gotta go way back. Well, just a Tuesday. Yes, Tuesdays at A&W, single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. This all-time great deal is available Tuesdays only at A&W. KFC's fan favorite country fried steak is just $5.99 every Wednesday. It's a complete meal with your favorite sides. Best of all, it's just $5.99. Country fried steak, $5.99 Wednesdays only at KFC.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the extended Memorial Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry! The extended Memorial Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
Dear 2031, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 5.49% APR for up to 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
When you crave it all, crunchy, meaty, cheesy goodness, jam-packed and wrapped up, ready to go, Taco Time's Tostada Wrap. Satisfaction never tasted so good. When you know what you want, anytime is Taco Time.
A health alert tonight. For the first time, the USDA says alpacas have tested positive for bird flu. The World Organization for Animal Health says the alpacas live on a south central Idaho farm where bird flu showed up in poultry. Now, while birds that get this virus have to be killed because there is no vaccine and no cure for them, mammals like alpacas and, as we've seen recently, dairy cows typically recover. Making a difference in our community, a celebration in one of the Benton County Justice Center courtrooms today. That celebration was in honor of the most recent graduate from the Veterans Court Therapeutic Court Program. This goes hand in hand with the Recovery Court Program, where individuals who suffer from mental health or substance abuse issues go through treatment as part of the program, along with many other requirements. Once that program is complete, criminal charges are dismissed.
Just do it. You know, you're in here for a reason. I was here for a reason. And if you do it, you get out, whatever that issue was is taken care of. And you don't want that hanging over your head, obviously. You would not be in here.
Now, some of the other requirements for graduation include frequent court appearances, case manager appointments, drug testing, community service, and more. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast and your viewer picture of the day next.
The awesome Hiawatha Trail. Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Tonight, closing arguments begin in Donald Trump's historic criminal trial. Plus, is this very hot May a signal of what's to come for summer? More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to experience the clairvoyance. Friday, June 21st, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, featuring never-before-seen mental magic and spectacular illusions, with a special appearance by Mr. Coney Hondini, the world's first mind-reading dog. Friday, June 21st, 8 p.m., Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Tickets at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Experience the clairvoyance live.
When it comes to your business, off is not an option. Off means time and money lost. To move forward and grow, you need to be on time, on budget, so you can come out on top. Batteries Plus has the national scale to fulfill all your battery and power needs, and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business. Visit one of our 700 plus stores today.
Microly certified pre-owned means that your vehicle meets a higher standard, because it's the right thing to do. I mean, yeah, it's the right thing to do.
The vehicle we sell is a representation of us. And if we don't do everything we can to make sure it's a great product at a great value, then we don't want you driving the car.
You know, we can't make a pre-owned car brand new, but we do everything we can to make that vehicle right to be able to be sold to this community.
Watch me. Watch me turn, drift, and fly. With a gas pedal underfoot, I can make grown men cry. My very first race changed everything in a flash. But heroes whisked me away and healed wounds from the crash. 900 horses may be too much for some to tame. Put me behind the wheel, and I'll see you in victory lane. Watch me. Life-saving pediatric burn care at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book, celebrating 20 years of employee ownership, including great savings on Glidden paint with additional $10 digital rebates. Save more only at Bi-Mart.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Welcome back. It's always my favorite time when we get to look at the viewer pictures.
The viewer pictures are always great. Thank you for sharing your world with us. And there you go. Kim sent this one in from Richland. Those clouds we saw rolling in on Monday. It was a pretty nice day, but thanks, Kim, for sending that in. You want to share your photo with us, that QR code on the right-hand side of your screen. Just go up there and snap it with your smartphone. It'll take you right to where you need to be to submit your photo. Include a little info about the photo if you want. You could tell us a whole story about it and just type it right in there. And thank you again, Kim. Also go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Let's take a quick look at tomorrow. Sunny, windy, however, and much cooler. Remember, we're in the Big Dipper tomorrow with those temperatures sliding down a good 10 degrees. 7-day forecast looks promising, though. Check things out. We'll start warming back up into the weekend. June 1st, officially on Saturday. Can you believe it?
Perfect timing for that 84 degrees.
That's right. Where is 2024 going? And here you go with the 7-day in Hermiston and Walla Walla.
All right. Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. We're back tonight at 6.